Hey everybody, as you come on to this video, make sure that you write in the chat and let me know that you can see me, hear me, everything like that. So if you can hear me and you can see me, write a comment in the chat and let me know. And if you can't hear me or you can't see me, then, I guess you'll never see me or hear me, so you'll need to reload the page. So I hope everybody who's coming on right now can see me and hear me, and we can get this lesson started. So for all of you guys out there who maybe are watching for the first time, or you don't know who I am, well, I want to tell you that my name is Kris Huntley, and some people call me Kris Amerikos. And I'm a professional teacher of English as a foreign language. And what does that really mean? That means that I help people from other countries learn how to speak English. So if you want to learn English, then come on the chat, write your comments, and I'll try to make sure that I answer any questions that you have. Now, a lot of people write comments when I do these videos, and that means that sometimes I'm not able to answer all of the questions immediately. What I can do is I can read your comments in the chat, and then I'll answer them. So I'll try to read them and I'll try to answer them, but there's a lot of people watching, like there's already about 700 people watching this video. So, if I don't answer your question, then don't take it personally. It's just because there's a lot of comments. So thank you guys for being here today on this video and watching, and thanks for being part of our group. We do these live video lessons every week. So Tuesday at 12:30 New York time or 8:30 Moscow time, that's when we do these videos. And we've already done a lot of them. So you can see that you can go to my YouTube channel. You can see all the old videos that we've already done. There are lots and lots of videos. And I make a new video every day. I make videos about phrasal verbs and different parts of the English language. So if you want videos every day, go to my YouTube channel and go to my Telegram channel. Now, like I said, if I don't see your comment and I don't answer your question, then you can write me directly. So feel free right now to add me to your friends on Facebook, because if you do that, then you can ask questions that you might have, and you won't miss any of the future videos that I'm going to do. So right now what you should do is, if you don't know how to find me, just click on this video that you're watching on Facebook, and then you'll see a description. You'll see some information about this video, and you'll be able to click on the links and join the YouTube channel, join the Telegram channel, get free videos every day, and you'll be able to add me to your friends. And when you do that, then you'll see all of my videos, so you won't miss anything. So the first thing you should do is you should add me to your friends on Facebook right now. All right, I see some questions in the comments already. How old are you? Well, I am 31 years old. Yeah, I'm an old man already. At least that's how I feel. So I see another comment here. I'm watching from Egypt. I need your Telegram link. So guys, all of the links are in the description of the video. But just for those people who don't see that, I'll write here in the comments and I'll give you guys some of the links. So you can just check the comments and I will write all of the links there also. So guys, today our video and our lesson is about English not phrasal verbs, that's every other day, right? Today it's about verb tenses. So the verb tenses of English sometimes can be difficult for us to learn, right? I'm sure that you guys have a lot of different questions and things that you want to know about this, about verb tenses in English, and, all of that stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the very, very beginning. And I'm going to, let you know how we can understand these things. Now, a lot of people ask me, Kris, do you do English lessons, like private one-on-one lessons? And the answer is yes, but I have a link under the video, so if you want to learn more about that, you can message me, or you can click on the link, find more information, and you can sign up for a free consultation with me. So all of those links are in the description of the video. Great, guys. So today the topic is verb tenses. Verb tenses in English, or some people call them verb times, but I'll explain why we call them verb tenses. So times, when we talk about verbs, times are past, present, and future. But each of these times has some different aspects or different changes that we can make, and these are verb tenses. So first of all, when we talk about present, past, and future, most people think that there are only 10 or 12, sorry. A lot of people think there's only 12 phrasal verb, think that there's only 12 verb tenses. A lot of people think there's only 12 verb tenses, but that's not true. We actually have a lot more. Because, there's just a lot of these verb tenses, but we need to learn how to use them, right? Let's see, comment from Monica. Are you a teacher? Yes, I'm a teacher. I've been teaching English as a second language, or I've been teaching English to people from other countries since 2009. So about 9 years. And I love it. I love teaching English. And that's why if you are a teacher and you are watching this video right now, then I have some things that I can help you with too. I also teach a course on how to start your own language teaching business, because I have an online language teaching business and I have an offline language teaching business, a language school. So if you're a teacher and you want to learn more about that, send me a message and I'll talk to you all about that. So when we talk about verbs, I see another comment here in another question in the comments. Where are you from? I'm from the United States, and right now I'm in Florida, Tampa, Florida. That's where I live right now. Yeah. So guys, let's talk about verb tenses. First of all, we have present, past, future, and in each of those categories we have simple, continuous, perfect simple, and perfect continuous. But right now, I'm just going to tell you about the ones that we use the most. I see another question. What's your first language? Well, since I'm from America, my first language is English. And I've been speaking English all my life, but when I became a teacher, that's when I really, really started to understand English. So I'm so happy that I get to help people learn English and understand things. All right, so when we talk about verbs, let's start at the very beginning. A lot of people think they need to know all of the verb tenses in English in order to understand English, but that's not true. We only really need to know 6 so that people understand us. Really, guys, there's only 6 that we need to know. And the 6 that we need to know are present simple, present continuous, present perfect, past simple, I got confused here, right? Past continuous, and future simple. All right? So we need to know 3 present tenses, we need to know 2 past tenses, and we need to know 1 future tense. And if we know all of those, then we will be able to speak with people and people will be able to understand us. Even if we make mistakes sometimes where maybe we should use another tense, if we know these 6, then everything is going to be okay. So let's see, I see some more questions. I want to become your friend. Cool, you can add me to your friends on Facebook. just click the video and you'll see all the links and you can add me. How many languages do you speak? I speak English. I speak English. And so what I'm saying is that people who speak 2 languages, they are bilingual. People who speak 3 languages, they're trilingual. People who speak one language, they're English. Yeah, great. All right, guys. So the 6 verb tenses that we really need to know for people to understand us are present simple, present continuous, present perfect, past simple, past continuous, and future simple. All right? Those are the most important to know. So, yeah, if you guys want to learn more, you can just add me to your friends right here on Facebook. I add everybody. Yeah. So I see, hi Kris, sorry, but grammar is so hard. Yeah, it is hard, but that's why, we do these videos and we do these lessons, and you can check out my YouTube channel. You can add me to your friends and you'll get more videos. So you can learn right there at home. Great, guys. So let's start with present simple. All right? And before we talk about present simple, we just need to talk about what these different names mean. So I hope that you already understand what present, past, and future means. Okay? I'm not going to explain that. Present, past, and future. But then we have simple, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous, right? That's confusing. So I'm going to tell you, what the differences are and how we can use them. So first of all, when we use simple tenses, they're not really simple because they mean something a little bit different in the past, in the present, and the future. So we're not going to start there. We're going to start with explaining what continuous means. So when we're talking about continuous tenses, what we're really talking about is a process. Okay? It's important that we understand that this is about a process and not about a result. It's a process, not a result. Okay? That means that we don't see the end or the result when we hear a phrase in present continuous or past continuous or future continuous. That's what it means. So I see another question here. Would you explain to me about the present perfect tense and present perfect continuous? Yes, we're going to talk about that. Another question. Do you teach English by Skype or something like that? Yes, I do. Add me to your friends and I'll send you the link for a free consultation and we'll talk about it. Great. Okay, so when we're talking about continuous, it's a process and it's not a result. And also, continuous is about one moment in time, one specific moment. All right? That's important to understand. Because when I say something with present continuous, it's the present moment. Past continuous, past moment. So I can say that right now I am speaking. That's the present moment, and it's a process, and it's not a result. It doesn't tell us that I finished something. But if we say past continuous, we could say I was speaking. This tells us about one moment in the past. So a lot of times when I hear people from other countries make a mistake and they say present continuous when they need to say something else, a native speaker like me will have a question. They'll ask you, when? So like if you just said to me, hey, Kris, I was speaking, then my question in my head is, when were you speaking? Because continuous is about a specific moment. So if it's not clear what moment we're talking about, then we need to say what moment it is. So, you say, I was speaking, and I say, when? When were you speaking? Because I need to know that moment. Let's see. I see some more questions here. What's the link? What's the link for what? Could you tell me how to subscribe to your YouTube channel? Yeah, all the links to my YouTube channel, my page, everything are in the description to this video. So click on the video, and you'll see some information about the video. And all the links are right there. And if you want to learn more, just add me to your friends on Facebook. Just add me. Everybody can add me. And that way you'll never miss a thing. You'll get everything, all my videos. Great. So let's continue about verb tenses. So I told you about continuous tenses, right? Now let's talk about perfect. What does perfect mean? Perfect means that we are talking about two different times, all right? So it means that we have something in the time that we're using, so like present perfect or past perfect or future perfect. So we have one thing that's in that time, and then we have something that's before it. That's what perfect means. So if it's present perfect, it means that I have one point or one action that happens in the present, and I have one action or one thing that happened earlier, before this. If I talk about past perfect, something happened in the past and something else happened before it. And when we use perfect, we know that these two actions are connected for some reason. So a lot of times when we use present perfect, we're talking about experience. That means something that happened before is connected to now. Now we have this experience. Now we see something different or new. That's what present perfect is. When we use past perfect or future perfect, it's the same idea. Something happened and something happened before. Okay? So we have this concept of continuous and we have this concept of perfect. Now, we didn't talk about simple because simple can be different in different times. So I'm going to go back and tell you about that right now. Basically, when we use present simple, it's very different. Present simple is like a cycle, something that we do repeatedly or again and again. Present simple is about a routine. So when we talk about present simple, we're talking about what we do every day or never or always or sometimes or rarely or hardly ever, right? We use a lot of these words. Let's see, I'll go back to the chat for a second. Let's see, first live in this good page. Nice job, guys. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thanks for being with us. Don't forget to add me to your friends. Let's see, what's your method? What's your approach? Communicative approach, academic, what is it? Good question. It's something like a teacher question, right? My approach to teaching English and languages in general is the communicative method. But I also like to add in something else, something called the relationship aspect. So usually we use languages to develop relationships with people. And when we learn a language, we should learn it in a way that we can use it in our relationships with other people. So that's my method, that's my style, that's my approach. Great, okay, so let's go back. I see everyone's asking for examples. So yeah, let's go back. Present simple, let's start there. It's about something that's a routine, it's a cycle, right? So we can say, I speak every day. I speak every day. So it's something that happens every day, again and again. So we use present simple. I speak. And of course, to make present simple, we just use the infinitive. We just use that base form of the verb. Then if we want to talk about the present moment, if we want to talk about this moment, right now, then we use present continuous. So we can say, I am speaking right now. I'm speaking. So, okay, let's imagine that I'm at the beach and I'm, in the water, moving around. What am I doing? I'm swimming. But if I want to talk about what I do in general, like my job or what I do in life, I use present simple. So I can say, I am a teacher. I teach. That's what I do. Usually, that's what I do for work. That's what I do in my life. And right now I'm teaching, but if I'm at the beach, I'm not teaching, I'm swimming. So if someone asks me, hey Kris, are you teaching? No, I'm swimming. But for example, someone might ask me at the beach, in the water, I'm swimming, and someone can ask, hey Kris, what do you do? And I'm going to say, I teach. right? So what do you do is about your job, about your life. I teach. I'm a teacher. And what are you doing is about right now, this moment. Great. So let's move on a little bit further and let's talk about past simple. Now, past simple is just a result. It's a result in the past. It's about a time or a time period that's finished, completely finished, 100% finished, and we have a result. So we can say, I taught, or I spoke. And this is about one point in the past. So you see, it's different from present simple. Past simple is very different. So, for example, let's compare past simple and past continuous. Past continuous, remember what continuous means. It means that there's a process, right? We don't have a result. It means that it's about one moment in time. But when we talk about past simple, it's about one result in the past, and this time period is finished. So it's not about a process. So we could say, I spoke, but this is about a result. If we want to talk about a process, we would say, I was speaking. And again, this is about one moment in the past. So, for example, we might use both of these tenses together in one sentence. For example, we could say, while I was speaking, he was cooking. While he was cooking, she was watching TV. So we can have more than one process happening at the same moment. Or maybe we want to say that we had a process and a result. So we could say, I fell down while I was running. So we have a process, running, I was running, and then we have a result. I fell down. Fell down, one result, one time, and it's finished. All right, so we've talked about present simple and present continuous. We've talked about past simple and past continuous. Now, let's talk about present perfect. And this one is very hard for some people, I understand. It's a very difficult topic. But when we talk about present perfect, it's important that we understand why it's different from past simple. Present perfect does talk about something that happened in the past, but it doesn't tell us a specific time or time period. It doesn't talk about a time period that's completely finished. When we say present perfect, this thing might happen again. And when we use past simple, it will never happen again. So an example of present perfect is, I have taught, or I have spoken, right? This just gives us some kind of experience. It happened in the past, and we can see the result now. But when we, I see in the comments, I really love your pronunciation. Well, thank you. What can I say? It's my language, my first language, so it's not difficult for me, but thank you. But anyways, present perfect. For example, we could say Alfred Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock is not alive now. We could say Alfred Hitchcock directed many films. And this is because this time period is finished. Alfred Hitchcock will never direct another film. So it's completely finished. It will never happen again. All right, I see some guys writing in the comments here. Okay, yeah, just add me to your friends and add me on Facebook. And if you have questions, we can talk about it after the video. Just, click add. If you can't find my link, just search for Kris Amerikos, or you can click on the video and you can click on the links there to add me to your friends right now, so you don't miss anything. But, okay, Alfred Hitchcock directed many films. It's finished. It will never happen again. However, Quentin Tarantino has directed many films. All right, until now. He could direct more films because he's still alive and he still works as a film director. So we can see that it's very different when we use present perfect and when we use past simple. When we use present perfect, we can always think to ourselves, until now, or so far, because something happened in the past and this is our result now. But it might happen again and it might change later. So guys, when we're using present perfect, we could say things like, I've seen this film. I've seen this film before. So it means in the past, I watched the film, and now I have the experience. Now I know what happens in this film. Now I know the story, right? I have some kind of experience. It happened in the past, but it's connected to now, and now it's important. If we say, I saw this film, then it's about one specific time in the past that's finished, and we just have a result. And it doesn't tell us anything about now. All right? It's a very, very important difference. Now remember, I told you there's 6 tenses that we really need to know. Present perfect, present continuous, we talked about those. Past perfect, sorry, I think I misspoke there. Present simple, present continuous, we talked about those. Then we had past simple and past continuous, and we talked about those. And then we had present perfect, we just talked about that. And the last one is future simple. So we need to talk about future simple because there are some different ways that we can use it. And until this point, what did we talk about? We talked about just using verb tenses that will help people understand us. And when we talk about future, we can see that we can either speak so that people can understand us, or we can speak correctly, right? And then people will understand us even better and will sound more natural. By the way, if you want to know more about how to speak naturally, then I have a course for English pronunciation that will teach you how to speak very naturally, like a native speaker. So just add me to your friends, and I'll send you the link. You can just ask me, hey, Kris, can you send me that the link to your pronunciation course? And I'll send it to you. It's called English Hacks. You can probably find it if you Google Kris Amerikos English Hacks. So yeah. So when we talk about future and future simple, a lot of people just speak by using the word will, right? You just add the word will and everything is future. And that works. People will understand us if we speak like that. It's not correct. It sounds funny sometimes, but people will understand us. So, something that we need to remember about future is that will is not always the best choice. Not always. Let's see, what else? Great class, thanks for sharing. Well, thank you for the compliments. Just don't forget to add me to your friends so that you don't miss future videos. And, I post a lot of my past videos there too. So just click my link, add me on Facebook, add me to your friends. And, you can add me everywhere else too. On YouTube and on Telegram, I put out a new video every day. So add me and you'll get all of that for free. So great. When we talk about future, a lot of people just use will. And this is not always correct. People will understand you, but it's not always correct. We use will about promises, about predictions. So for example, promises, I will always love you. Or predictions, in 2020, the world will end. We also use it when we want to make a fast decision or an instant decision. Like, what do I want at the restaurant? I'll have a steak. So this is an instant decision. And we might also use will when we want to ask someone if they need our help. Not really ask, but when we make an offer to help. So you see, a woman carrying a heavy bag, and you say, here, I'll take that bag for you. I'll help you with that. So this is, another way that we can, this is how we should use will. We should not use will about plans. Yeah, we should not use will about plans. So we use going to, or we use present continuous about plans, usually. We don't use will about plans. It sounds very unnatural. I tell all my students, if you say will all the time, and if you say will about plans, then you'll sound like a robot. Yeah, you'll really sound like a robot. Like, I will go to the cinema. I will meet my friends. This is what it sounds like when you use will all the time. So we don't want to use will all the time. Instead, we want to use it in the right situations. So I told you, we use it about promises, predictions, offers to help, and fast decisions. We use going to about plans, and we use it about predictions too. So we could say, for example, about a plan, I'm going to visit my friends. Or about a prediction, we could say, tomorrow it's going to rain. Yeah. So I see that there was a question here. Could you tell us the difference about when we can use going to and when we can use present continuous about plans for the future? Yes, I can. When we use going to, we understand that it's about the future. But when we use present continuous, we need some kind of phrase that tells us something about the future so that we understand. So we could say, I'm going to my friend's house tomorrow. Or we could say, I'm having a party next week. So here we can see that we have a phrase like tomorrow or next week. And this helps us understand that it's about the future. And this is when we can use present continuous. I see another question in the chat. Please tell us your links to watch your videos. Thank you very much. I need your classes. Well, thank you for watching. And all of the links are in the description of this video. So if you click the video, there's some information there, and you can see all of the links. And when you're looking at these links, go to the YouTube channel, go to the Telegram channel. You'll get videos every single day. That really helps. And when you're there, click on my link. Add me on Facebook. Add me to your friends. All right? So when we talk about the future, then we have present continuous about these kinds of plans, usually plans with other people. And when I teach future to people, a lot of times people ask me, well, which form of future is stronger, or which one is 100% about our plans? And I can tell you this. Present continuous is the strongest form because it's like this plan is already present, right? When we use will, it's also strong, like about promises, but it's the future, and nobody knows what's going to happen in the future. But when we use present continuous, it's stronger because it's like this thing is already real. It's true already. And going to is, the weakest form. It's not very strong at all. We could say, hey, Kris, will you come to my party? Yeah, I'm going to come. And the next day, I'm not at the party. My friend calls me, Kris, where are you? You said you're going to come. I was going to come, but now I'm not going to come. So you see, it's not exactly a strong form for the future. Great. So I told you guys that there's 6 verb tenses that we need to know. And that's what we're going to talk about today, those 6 tenses, right? We already talked about them. There are other tenses that we need to know too to speak completely correctly, but in the beginning, we only need the 6 that I told you about. So guys, today we have a short video lesson. That's pretty much it for today. But if you guys want to know more about other topics, add me to your friends on Facebook and send me a message and tell me, hey, Kris, I want to know about this. Maybe you can do a video about it. And maybe I will. I see a comment here. Can you talk about phrasal verbs? Great question. I make a video about phrasal verbs every day on my YouTube channel. So go to my YouTube channel and watch those. You know, I have over 500 videos there, really. And I have about 1,000 videos in total. So add me on Facebook, add me everywhere, and you'll find all that stuff. The link, I see some people didn't find the link here. I'll send you the link in the comments again. And you can find all of the links by clicking on the video. It's in the description. So guys, thank you so much for being here and being part of this video with me. And I really hope to see you next time. And, you know, make sure that you add me on Facebook. Add me to your friends, and that way I can answer all of your questions. All right? So, great, guys. Thanks a lot. And that's it for today. So I will see you next Tuesday at the same time. Take care. Bye-bye.